First, thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate your time, your attention. What I am presenting is a speed drawing of a concept that I've been playing around with for a while, and I consider this to be caricature, a stylized cartoon drawing that uses exaggeration and distortion to portray a likeness, in this case of an actress, in a role for which she is well known. And I call that caricature. But when my daughter saw me working on it, she said, "Oh, you're making fan art." I bristled because for me, the term fan art is just way too close to fan fiction. And I can't remember a time during my life when fan fiction didn't have kind of a sketchy reputation. So I do apologize to anyone who is doing fan fiction or fan art. Both of those terms have kind of a negative connotation for me. Now, for me, the term fan art is fairly new, but I'm also old. So new might mean that the term has been in use for the last 25 years. But it's not a term I remember from my childhood. I don't know what we called it, but of course my childhood was pre-internet. So what I'm doing is a caricature of the actress Millie Bobby Brown in the role of Eleven from the show Stranger Things. And I'm trying to find that right blend of exaggeration and likeness. And I'm kind of being influenced by two cartoonists that I really enjoy. I've enjoyed since I was quite young. The first who has the most influence on the way I'm drawing the face is the artist Mort Drucker. Mort Drucker is probably most famous as a contributing artist to Mad Magazine. He would draw many of the television and movie parodies that were featured in the magazine, but he did other things, covers and other features that appeared in Mad Magazine. And he had a career outside of Mad Magazine as well. And he was a great, both kind of comic book type of artist, but not, it was very unique style, which was then imitated by others so that it was not quite that unique. At one point, I think I had hoped to be the next Mort Drucker. There were already other people that were also imitating that same style, so I had no chance. But the person who I think comes the closest is an artist named Tom Richmond, who also was a contributing artist to Mad Magazine in its final years. I guess technically it might still exist, but I think for the most part, Mad Magazine is, at least the way I remember it, is a thing of the past. The other artist who has influenced the way I'm trying to draw the hair is the artist Al Hirschfeld, who did amazing line drawings and created incredible caricature likenesses of the performers primarily on Broadway stages. And Al Hirschfeld would spend many hours sitting in dark theaters during rehearsals, trying to capture the likeness of the actors on stage. And then he would go home and take his sketches out and create these beautiful pen and ink drawings that were based almost exclusively on line. And he would do amazing things with a minimal number of lines. He would put in a lot of lines for things like hatching and shading and stuff, but very limited use of line to communicate a whole lot of information, which is what made him such an amazing artist. And my attempts just to use his style to draw the hair, you can see I'm drawing and redrawing and erasing and not getting quite what I want. To communicate this idea of hair, which I want people to believe is, first, hair, and second, that it has three-dimensional qualities, that it has depth and distance, that they're kind of layers of strands of hair, but still have this kind of lovely, flowy Al Hirschfeld quality. So that's what you currently see me struggling with as I create this drawing. And my intention is to, this drawing is, as I said, the actress Millie Bobby Brown. And you can leave comments saying how much you think it doesn't look like her, or if you think it does, great. But the lot of the caricaturist is people going, well, I don't think that really looks like that person. So sure, you're welcome to share those thoughts with me. But my plan is also to include other characters from the television program. And I doubt that I'm going to be 100% accurate on having everyone in a pose or whatever from the right season. I may end up crossing over seasons. I intentionally didn't go for the bald 11 from the original first season of the show, or the original series of the show, because I don't know, it just didn't feel like the right way to approach the character. There were too many scenes without or with hair without the bald 11. And what makes the character of 11 kind of difficult to draw is that I feel like the actress, the directors, the producers of the show did a great job of making sure that the character had both strengths and vulnerabilities to make the character much more interesting, much more likable, and trying to communicate both the strength and the vulnerability of a character, of an actress, through caricature is just an added challenge. The other challenge is that whenever I do group caricature, I tend to interpret each character or each person in the drawing, actor, however, based on my perception of them, which usually means that the style changes just a little bit. And so I have conflicting styles within a single cartoon. Now, in the editing stage, you can see that I did go back and add color and added a few things to bandage on the forehead, in the hopes that eventually I can then add a bunch of characters, hopefully in an iconic pose, and that they'll come together, and that the style won't be so dramatically different from character to character, that the cartoon will hold together and be cohesive when it's done. If and when it's done, again, I am doing this primarily to amuse myself, and maybe that means that it really is in fact fan art and not caricature. But I do appreciate you sticking around till the what I believe is the end of this video. Hopefully, now it's a new channel. Well, it's been around for a long time, but I'm new to using it in this way. So all the older videos are gone. And probably by the time anyone discovers it that's not a member of my own friend group or family, there will be other videos. So I'm going to encourage you to check those out. But if there aren't other videos, thanks for being one of the first to stop by and check out my work. So again, thank you for your time.